Welcome, everybody, to a brand new episode of the Vantage Point Podcast. Thanks so much for tuning in. This is a show where I break down the quotes and the posts that I put up on social media. If you've been watching this back to back, you already know what I'm about to say. Please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so yet. With that being said, fam, let's jump into today's episode. The quote we are breaking down today is that motivation is temporary and so is discipline. In the end, one will always find slash create a way to do what they really want to do. For true transformation, one must have a change in perspective. It's doing without choice because it's who you are and what you prioritize. The caption I put on this quote is that nothing is more consistent than a change in perspective. Motivation is temporary. Motivation is temporary. Some of you are in terrible positions in your life. You're not where you want to be financially. You're not where you want to be mentally, emotionally, physically. You're not where you want to be, and you're relying on motivation. You're relying on feeling good for the moment. You're relying on, looking at a couple of videos or listening to a couple of things in hopes to get a moment of inspiration to say, one day, I'm going to change. But motivation is temporary. Then you say, okay, you go online and you listen to somebody and they say, oh, you got to be disciplined. You got to be hardcore. You got to force yourself to do something that you don't want to do. It's discipline that's going to take you to new levels. And this is what everybody's preaching and promoting out there, right? The thing with discipline is saying you're doing things that you don't want to do. Are there times, right? Listen. Are there times where you're not going to feel like doing it for the moment? Okay, fine. I don't feel like doing it. And then you do it and you're like, okay, I want a certain result. And that drives you. But nothing, fam. No one's doing what they don't want to do. No one's doing what they don't want to do. If you are doing it because you want to do it. Now, if you depend on discipline as this thing where you're like, I don't feel like doing it. And that's you on the day to day, forcing yourself to do things that you say that you don't want to do, but in actuality, you actually do want to do it. Because no one does anything that they don't want to do. Discipline is temporary. This idea that you're forcing yourself to do something, you're like, I don't want to, I don't want to, I don't want to. It's temporary because you're only doing it for the moment. You will eventually fall off. Because at the end of the day, we always do what we want to do. Now, fam, a change in perspective. When you change your perspective in a real way, fam, there is the most consistency. When you understand that I am not where I want to be, I am in a position that I put myself in because of the decisions I've made, the moves I've made that led me up to this point. I'm not satisfied. I'm not happy. I'm not living a life of passion, love, and purpose. I'm not where I want to be. Instantly, there's a perspective shift when you start to say, I am in control of where I am today. I am control of my own existence. And if you take ownership of that and you understand that you're exactly where you're supposed to be, if you understand that you can make one decision that will completely change it all, that shift in perspective will create momentum, will put you in this. It's like this streamline of moves that you make, right? This streamline of moves that you make that is just back to 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 back, which creates momentum. You see the results. You make decisions, you adapt and adjust. You understand that you are in full control. There's nothing more consistent than a perspective change. Nothing. Because you know, I know why I'm getting the results I'm getting. I'm getting this result for a reason. Thing is, most people don't care. Most people don't care about themselves. Most people don't have self-respect. Most people disrespect themselves every single moment of their life. They sit around and wait for things to happen. They sit around and wait for change. They allow life to happen to them. They think they have no control. They think they have no influence, which is why they sit around and wait. Then we want motivation. Then we want, then we want to say, oh, I got to stay disciplined for the moment. Then you commit for 1 week and then you wonder why you always fall back. You always fall back to your old ways instead of changing your perspective, changing your priorities, seeing things from a totally different perspective, saying, I'm not doing this anymore because I'm going to stop disrespecting myself. I'm going to stop treating myself like I'm worthless, like I'm nothing. Some of you treat yourself like you're nothing. You treat yourself it's okay. It's okay. Like whatever. Doesn't really matter. What's the point? What's the point? What's the point? Fam, what's the point? This is what people are saying. For what? For what? It's too. You're making a big deal out of it. While you feel how you feel every single day, you go to sleep with yourself, right? You wake up and you see yourself in the mirror every day. You know how you feel. You know how you secretly feel every single moment of your life. You know the conversations that you're having with yourself. You know how you feel every day. You know what you're saying to yourself every day. You can't lie to yourself. The easiest person to lie to is yourself. But you can't lie to yourself for so long. Eventually, the truth will be revealed. You can lie. You can lie. And you can lie for a long period of time. And you can commit to that lie. But you feel the way you feel for a reason, is not by mistake. And nothing's going to change until you take responsibility over your life and you take it serious. I'm talking about really, really, really taking the influence seriously. The fact that you're able to influence your own life towards a certain direction. The fact that you can make a change and make a difference within this world. You can succeed in whatever it is you put your mind to. The thing is, the way you talk to yourself, how you treat yourself, it's embarrassing sometimes. It's embarrassing to see how most people treat themselves. No momentum, no passion, no energy, no feeling of excitement about living. It's everything is a drag. I'm dragging through life. You got to drag to the gym. You got to drag to eat the right foods. You got to drag to learn new information. You got to drag to take care of your body and mind. You got to drag yourself. You have to drag yourself to take control of your life. Or for what? What's the point? What's the point? We need a change in perspective. Fam, we need to change our perspective and start understanding that nothing's going to change. Nothing's going to change. Things are going to change because things will inevitably change when everything around you changes. But nothing's going to change in the direction that you want it to go until you take control over your life and you start betting on yourself. You start focusing on becoming the best version of you. Why? Why? Because this is one life. You have one life to live. We're all in the process of dying. This is one life. Why not squeeze the juice? Squeeze life. Do whatever you can to get the most out of this existence. Because most people are not actually living. They've died around the age of 25, but they buried around 60, 70, 80. They get buried around that time, but they died already. Psychologically dead, dragging through life, not wanting to do what's best for themselves. They don't get pleasure in that. It's not pleasurable enough. But escaping your problems, drinking your life away, not doing what's best for the body and mind, that for people is pleasurable. Sleeping in, oh, I don't want to show up today. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing for yourself because you feel the way you do. You know how you feel, fam. You know how you feel. You can't lie. You can't lie. Energy is contagious. We can feel you. We can see you. It's all contagious. You can feel yourself. You can feel when you're in momentum. You can feel when you're actually living it. And I'm asking you guys to live it, to change your priorities, change your perspective, do what's best for you. Fam, you deserve this shit, man. You deserve it. You deserve it. You deserve it. You deserve to live a quality life. You deserve it. You deserve to do what's best for you. You deserve it. You act like you don't. I'm not worthy enough. I'm not good enough. Me, can I really change? Yes, you watching this video right now can make a decision that completely changes it all. But nobody around me wants to take action. No one around me wants to do anything. No one around me, fam. Stop looking for anybody around you. You have to lead. You have to lead and make the uncomfortable decisions that's going to transform your life. You have to lead. You have to do what you're afraid to do so you can understand it, so you can grow. You got to break through your limitations. You got to break through your excuses. It's dumb. The excuses are dumb. It's dumb. Why is it an excuse? Why is there an excuse to do what's best for you? That does not make sense. You not want to make more money? You not want to look healthier? You not want to be more happier? You not want to be more energized? You don't want to be more fit? You don't want to have quality clothing? You don't want to have quality relationships? What are we asking? What are we talking about here? I need you to commit and make a decision right now, not tomorrow, not when the video ends. If you're watching this far and you're watching up to this point, I need you to make a commitment right now. I need you to decide at this very second that you are going to start changing your priorities and stop relying on motivation and, oh, can I commit? Set a goal and go after it. Honor your word. Honor your word. You can do it. You can really do it. Fam, you can really, really, really make it happen if you wanted to. You can really do it. Just got to break through that bullshit fear that you have. You got to break through all those stories you tell yourself. You got to change priorities around. You got to make uncomfortable decisions to reposition your life. And once you do that, there's no going back. There's no going back to your old ways when you commit all in 100,000%. Make it happen. I love you, fam. Thank you so much for listening in. Hit up the thumbs up. Get the YouTube thing going on, the algorithm. Get it going by commenting below. Give me some fiery emojis if you found this episode valuable. Share this with somebody you know. Click thumbs up. And I'll see you guys next time. I love you all. Peace.